Ireland fines Instagram €405 for failing to protect children's data.
Here's a summary of the article.
Ireland's data regulator has fined Instagram €405 million for violating the EU's General Data Protection Regulation and failing to safeguard children's information. The fine from the Data Protection Commission followed a 2-year investigation into the Meta-owned social media platform. Meta was fined €17 million in March by the Irish regulator following an investigation into data breach notifications on Facebook. In the UK, changes to social networks were introduced last year to protect children's privacy when the Children's Code, or Age-Appropriate Design Code, became law. The regulations, which demand stricter requirements to collect and process children's data, have inspired other countries, including Ireland, Australia, and Canada, to draw up similar rules. There is an urgent priority for a universal settlement for children's privacy so that children across the globe are protected, said Lady Beeban Kidron, who proposed the Children's Code and is chair of children's digital rights charity 5 Rights. No environment is 100% safe, but social media companies have been slow to act and cavalier about accepting the negative impacts of their products on children. Safety by design is not an aspiration, it is the minimum we should expect, she added.
This post received a score of 2,800, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Add a couple more zeros and maybe it will actually have an impact.
Considering that it's probably Instagram's entire profit for the year in that country, I think it's safe to say, maybe. On another hand, can Instagram appeal to the EU? This case seems like it's far from finished.
Ireland regulates Instagram for all of the EU, not just for Ireland. What's their total EU profit? You're right that they can appeal and that this isn't finished.
I hope EU will have balls to ban one big company so that other ones will be afraid to misbehave.
Ireland is making way too much cash off these companies to say farewell.
Oh nice, what is that? 0.08% of last year's revenue.
0.85% of revenue. Couldn't find their profit. Profit is often significantly lower than revenue, so if profit is even 5% I'd actually be surprised. If profit is 5% of revenue that would be 17% of 2021 profits, which is rather large. And this is only Ireland, so it's likely this fine makes them a big loss on the business done in Ireland. I'd say 405 meters is a pretty solid fine that likely does hurt some. Even if it's the cost of business for them, I bet they'd rather not make that cost again and again.
Their EU business is headquartered in Ireland, so the Irish Data Privacy Commissioner regulates them for all EU. Same with Facebook, etc.
Who's gonna get the money?
Lawyers and politicians that keep the mill running for 5 years of appeals.
That's just Ireland. Every EU country should fine him this much. Keep hammering them until Meta is dead.
Kids shouldn't even be using social media in the first place. The fact that the state needs to get involved, because parents aren't being responsible, is infuriating. Don't let your kids on social media. They do not need it, it will not benefit them, and it will actually harm them, mentally, emotionally, their self-esteem, confidence, self-image, social expectations, relationship expectations, their eyesight, physical fitness. The list goes on and on.
The state isn't getting involved, because parents aren't being responsible. The state is getting involved because Meta violated the GDPR. Social media isn't good for anyone, kids or adults, but that has nothing to do with the fact that Meta illegally exposed the data of Instagram's underage users by default.
Yes, in this case, those are all facts. I guess I should have clarified and extended what I said to social media in general, such as the Facebook whistleblower who stepped forward to expose the cover-up of studies observed on the psychological effects of Facebook and Instagram on underage users.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.